I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. Obadiah. Obadiah prophesies the downfall of Edom. Saviors shall stand upon Mount Zion. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom, We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The people of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound unto thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. This is the part that's very reminiscent of Jeremiah chapter 49, as I mentioned in my introduction. Now, whether this is Obadiah quoting Jeremiah, Jeremiah quoting Obadiah, or both of them quoting an unknown third source, we don't really know. But that part there, especially, if thieves come in, they will have stolen till they had enough. If grape gatherers came, they would still leave some grapes. This is saying, look, even men, when they come in, they'll only take what they need. They'll leave something behind, but I'm not going to leave anything. You're going to be completely destroyed. Unlike them, I'm destroying everything. That's what God's saying. Now, it also says here, Dwell in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith, Who shall bring me down? Edom is a mountain nation. And this is like the third or fourth time that Edom is compared to the eagle. Though they set thy nest among the stars, thy exalt thyself as the eagle. The eagle would have been from Edom. That would have been his homeland. Edom is a mountain nation, and all their cities are high in the mountains. That's what that's referencing. Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou wast as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. This is the part that makes people think this was written during the captivity, because it's talking about strangers carrying the Jews captive. Now, it gives the impression that Edom just stood back and watched, let it happen, and then as people were fleeing from this destruction, Edom blocked off their flight and turned them over to the ones who were taking them captive, turned them over to the captors. And because of this treatment of the Jews, Edom will be destroyed. And remember, it says here, Thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger? Thy brother, remember, Edom is Esau, the descendants of Jacob's brothers. So Israel and Edom, they're brothers, or they're the descendants of the two brothers of Isaac, two sons of Isaac. Let us finish this verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them, and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines. And they shall possess the fields of Ephraim, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. So here we have all the land being divided among the children of Israel. The cities of the south given to the captives of Jerusalem, the plains of the Philistines, and the mountain of Esau. All of these will be divided among the Israelites. But take note of that last verse. Saviors shall rise up on Mount Zion. This isn't talking about Christ, because this is plural. This is talking about the salvation of the dead. The work that we do for the dead. We are the saviors on Mount Zion. The temple is Mount Zion, and we are the saviors who rise up to save even those of Edom, even the people who are destroyed of Edom. They have that opportunity of salvation through the work for the dead. This is one of the few examples of prophecies about salvation for the dead, because remember, the work for the dead did not begin until after Christ was resurrected. It couldn't begin until after Christ was resurrected. So all these references in the Old Testament are prophecies of what will happen in the future. That finishes Obadiah. One chapter, not too long, and actually a very nice prophecy. I like that one. We return to Ezekiel next, so we'll see you there.